Someone was living in my house, and I had no idea. Imagine coming home one day only to find that something is off. It's a feeling we all dread, right? You think you're simply forgetful, but then you realize the truth is much stranger and scarier. What if someone had been living in your house without your knowledge? Tonight, I'll share a truly chilling experience that will make you rethink every creak, every cold draft, and every misplaced item in your home. Buckle up. The initial signs. It all started with minor inconveniences. You know those little moments where you think, did I really eat that? Like the carton of eggs I bought suddenly, it seemed emptier than I remembered. Or the pot of soup I prepared for the week that vanished in just 3 days. I chalked it all up to being more hungry than usual. But then things escalated. I noticed a towel I'd left untouched was soaking wet, and my dishwasher was running when I returned home from work. Confusion turned into paranoia as I realized I lived alone. No friends, no family dropping by unannounced. I began to wonder if I was sleepwalking or suffering memory lapses. At that point, it just felt annoying. Not like a horror movie, the night of discovery. Then came that fateful night. I got home late and the rain was pouring down. I quickly locked the front door behind me, glad to be indoors, but something felt off. That's when I noticed a strange light glowing in the kitchen. I had always turned off all the lights before leaving, so this caught me off guard. Cautiously, I stepped into the kitchen and was hit by an even stranger sight. The place was spotless. All the dirty dishes I'd left in the sink were washed, dried, and put away in neat stacks. My heart did a double take, a mix of gratitude for the cleanliness and disbelief at the impossibility of it all. After all, who would do such a thing? That night, sleep eluded me, and I replayed all the odd occurrences in my mind. Missing food, spotless dishes, wet towels, I realized something was deeply wrong. Setting a trap. The next morning, I decided to take action. I called in sick to work and made a plan. I wanted to catch whoever was behind this. I pretended to leave for the day, grabbed my bag, and locked the door deliberately, making sure it was loud enough to echo in the empty house. Then I circled back through the side yard, ready to wait and see. For hours, nothing happened. Just the sound of raindrops tapping against the windows and the quiet stillness of my home. I sat in silence, my heart racing. Then I heard a faint creak. Another came, this time louder. The floorboards above me groaned softly. I froze in place, the source of the sound clear now. It was coming from the attic revelation. No one should have been up there. I hadn't touched that attic hatch in over a year. My heart pounded as I slowly climbed the creaking steps, flashlight in hand. The air was musty, filled with the smell of dust and old wood. As I swept the light around the attic, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was not alone. In the far corner, I spotted something, a sleeping bag that definitely wasn't mine. Beside it were empty water bottles, snack wrappers, and even a small flashlight. This wasn't just some random storage. Someone had made themselves a little hiding place here, a life tucked away from my sight. Panic struck, and I backed away, closing the attic hatch slowly and silently. I locked myself in the bathroom, my mind racing. Should I call the police? What if they were still up there? Aftermath and ongoing fear. I did call the police, and they arrived swiftly. They searched the attic and the rest of the house, but the person I was so terrified of was long gone. However, they found clear signs that someone had been living up there for weeks, maybe longer. They pointed to a man-sized indentation in the insulation and the remnants of food. The officers explained that this wasn't the first time they'd seen something like this happen. Apparently, it wasn't uncommon for someone to slip into a place unnoticed. The initial shock transformed into a sense of violation. I felt unsafe in my own home. I changed all the locks, installed cameras, and even boarded up that attic hatch. But no matter what I did, I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was still watching, lurking in the shadows of my house. In the end, it wasn't ghosts or monsters that terrified me. It was the reality of someone living above me, silently witnessing every moment of my life. You might think you're safe at home, but how well do you really know your space? Stay aware, friends. You never know what's lurking in the shadows.